Greetings, my name is Chris Bannett, and I'm just going to take you through a brief overview of who I am. So, we're going to start very briefly. This is my fall 2021 session 3 introduction, which is a little different than what I've done previously, playing around a little bit more with PowerPoint and encoding videos into it. So, please enjoy. So, what makes me me? That's a good question. So I'll try to just give you a little background on myself. What you see here is a picture of myself and my daughter's dog, and me in 4 words. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a seeker, and I'm empathic. So pretty much I have a wonderful 12-year-old daughter who is very much into dog agility courses and has done swimming previously. My wife has her master's degree in Shakespearean literature. I love art, knowledge, wisdom, and try to find it everywhere I can. And I'm actually a very caring person. I love looking for what's the best in people and helping them to achieve it. Where am I from? I grew up on the South Shore of Long Island in a little town called Massapequa. We had some very famous alumni that I have a few noted here: Stray Cats, the Baldwin Brothers, Jerry Seinfeld. And currently I'm in central Shenandoah Valley, Virginia, in a town called Waynesboro, which is just right outside of Charlottesville. My mom was pure blood Italian, my dad was Puerto Rican, and his family originated in Spain and France. So I'm a bit of a mutt. I've been to a few prior colleges. I studied computers in Hofstra University. I studied psychology a little bit at Nassau Community College, and I've studied massage therapy for a little bit at New York College of Health Professions, and I studied healthcare administration at Mary Baldwin. None of them netted a degree. I've also studied and passed the EMT and EMT critical care exams in New York and the National Registry of EMTs for EMT Basic and Advanced EMT, which is where the Commonwealth of Virginia tests for their providers. I've also a bit of an expert on therapeutic phlebotomy and apheresis blood collection, specifically platelet pheresis, as well as I've taught CPR and first aid with American Heart Association, with American Red Cross, and American Safety and Health Institute. What am I studying now? I am studying health service administration for my major, and I'm minoring in psychology. Like I said, I studied psych when I was at Nassau Community College and felt that that would be a great major for me right now. And I've been in healthcare for close to 20 years at both the provider level and the management level, and I felt that this was the right path to go down. I've already taken a photography class, which is actually all the images that you're seeing in the background of this presentation are ones that I've taken either for the class or after having taken that class, either, and the photographs have been either with my camera or with my phone. So get a lot out of that class, and I'm trying to get a lot of mileage out of the knowledge that I learned in that class. I've also taken Intro to U.S. Healthcare Sector and Managerial Epidemiology, as well as Program and Career Explorations in Health and Science and Concepts and Applications of Information Technology, because I do have that computer background. And so far, I'm running a 4.0 GPA, which is a bit of an achievement for me. So what are some fun facts about me? Let's see. I have a lot of hobbies and There's obviously photography. I'm a huge science fiction and fantasy fan. I love Star Trek, the Harry Potter books, the Dresden Files, Honor Harrington, as well as an avid collector of Marvel, Image, and DC Comics. I actually have a bit of a collection, over 1,500 comic books currently. I'm also an avid video gamer. I play generally on Xbox One or my computer, and I also do Pokemon Go with my wife and my daughter when we're out and about. I learned how to do stained glass a little while back and have a workshop set up that trying to do a little bit more as the weather gets not hot and sticky, because there's no fans or AC in that little workshop area. I also love the old-fashioned pen and paper role-playing games, and my wife and I actually have a weekly game with a few of our friends from college and some of their friends. So it's pretty fun to do, especially when one of our DMs for the group is actually a dramaturg specializing in Shakespearean literature, so it's kind of interesting. Now, I said that having that 4.0 is a bit of an achievement for me. A lot of that has to do with beginning of 2021, I was diagnosed with ADHD and spent most of my life with it undiagnosed, untreated, and unmedicated, and it caused a lot of difficulties in my attempts at college. So I am very much working past it and using it as my rally cry to keep moving forward, moving up, and showing that there are other ways to overcome it. And something that my cousin pointed out, and it's the reason why I started to get diagnosed, is the ADHD. Most people think of it, they think of lack of focus. There's also what's called hyperfocus, which is where you over focus on things, and a lot of people that have that hyperfocus can actually be very successful in a lot of tasks that they set for. A lot of musicians, a lot of writers, a lot of actors have it and have utilized it to push forward. But because of it, it's also a easy way to not show that you have it. Another thing that very much can have is the scattered thoughts and the disorganization, sort of like that mad scientist syndrome, where you look like you don't know what you're doing, but you're actually pretty intelligent, but it's a little weird. And then lack of motivation and negative self-image just comes from the two. What I've mentioned above, negative self-image is when you have those failures, you can kind of dwell on it because of your hyper-focusing, and it sort of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then lack of motivation, you want to do everything, but you don't do anything. So it's been described as your brain having a brain of its own. So that is my one major difficulty that I've overcome throughout my collegiate career, and I'm pushing past it and using it as a reason to rise above it. Now, what do I hope to gain from UMGC? Well, that's pretty easy. From the information systems in healthcare, what I'm looking to do is get a better understanding of IT's role in the healthcare environment. I'm very computer savvy and have used it extensively in my previous careers in healthcare, and I know that what I've seen is more of a patchwork. I want to see when it's actually meant to be there. And then a deeper understanding of healthcare policies and how they both shape the workplace and the industry. I mean, I've been in blood collections for, it was 13 years. Understand a lot of the policies revolving around blood collections, but don't understand the bigger picture about some of the policies involving healthcare as a whole. And just overall, I want to be a better manager when I return to the workforce. I've been in clinical and pre-hospital settings. I've been in a few different areas, and there's always room to grow. Anyway, thank you. I look forward to the courses that I'm taking with UMGC, and it's be great to interact with all of you this semester. Bye.